It's funny how these readings are used today because I was talking about a subject with a staff member yesterday. When I was up in Butler, the pastor that I was with was sent up there basically to put the finances in order. The previous pastor was one of those kind souls where if somebody came to the rectory door looking for a handout, he would give them cash because he didn't want to deal with them. So, now this is back in 1990, he was giving $50, $60 a crack to anybody who came to the door just to get them out of his hair. Well, the pastor that I was with, he came up there to basically put a stop to all of that. We still got a lot of people. And we had to develop basically a strategy in order to weed out the really needy versus what we called the professional moochers. And we decided that for that first year, anybody who came to the door, one, we didn't give them money, so we started to use the voucher system. And two, we would only help them twice a year. Now, if it was the truly needy, those were separate rules. But for the most part, twice a year. So the regulars started coming back. I need help. Okay, what do you need? I need gas. Okay. A week later, I need more gas. Okay. A week later, I need housing rent. Sorry, you used up your 2 allotments per the year. Now, we told this to them ahead of time. What do you mean? I need help. You're here to help me. Not anymore. See you next year. Next person. Same thing. It basically boiled down, you learn to be cynical, unfortunately, that first year. I talk about this because the readings today talk about using your talents, using money, using commodities wisely. If you put nothing into it, you get nothing out of it. It's interesting how, the Proverbs is used as the first reading. A worthy wife is a good find. Now remember, we put aside all prejudices, at that time, women were considered property. And the man, if he found a good wife, he made a good investment. For all of us, how are you investing God's grace? Are you using it wisely? Are you using it foolishly? Up in Butler, there was a few of the regulars who were poor. We knew they were poor. They were hard on the luck, so they were regulars. What they tried to do is, one, they got their, bills stabilized. Then they started to help them do life strategies, budgets. Then they got them to find a job. And for many of them, it worked. They got their lives in order. There were a few that no matter what you did to help them, they were lazy. And those people, after a while, we had to say, okay, we've helped you twice. But I need help. We tried to help you. We tried to get you on your feet. You would not listen. With faith, with love, with hope, with God, all that church stuff out there that you hear every week, how do you use it? God gives us the grace to use. Do you use it wisely? Do you use it at all? Do you take the time on your part to strengthen your relationship with God? Do you take on your part to have a plan, so to speak, for life? Prayer every day, church every week, living a good life, proclaiming the gospel. Those things that you hear Father Regis and I preach every week. Are you using your time wisely? Are you using your times unwisely? The consequences, you can guess. If we're studying the end of the world these last few weeks of November, are you prepared for retirement, so to speak? Are you prepared to meet your Maker? Are you using what you have wisely? Are you using God's gifts and multiplying them? Something to think about. Reinvest if necessary. Change lifestyles if necessary. Become closer with the Lord. And with His grace, become who you are meant to become.